Hello and welcome back to Land of Italy. Right, we are straight back into it now. A little bit under the weather, I will admit, still, but feeling, I would say, a bit better than during the weekend's recordings. But we are straight back into the business here on Land of Italy, which includes drilling this field. So if you do remember in the last Land of Italy episode, we were in this field with the T7, and we got it all fertilized, 100% fertilized with pumps and hoses, which is really quite amazing. Fully fertilized, so we are ready to drill. Now we are not putting in soybeans, but rather we're going to put in rye, if I can find it. There we are, rye indeed. So the reason is, it grows rather quick, which is really nice for a grain. We really do need grain for the piggies, because their grain supplies is running quite low. And as of right now, we don't have any other grain crops. We have an empty crop here. We have corn in 28. We've got 37 with soybeans, so that will be their protein. Corn will be their main, and then the sunflowers as well will be, once we get that out, we can put grain potentially in here as well. I would like to grain almost all of them, all the big fields, so we can really look into some new productions. Also, as you can see, our two vineyards are ready to harvest. We are going to crack on first with the rye here. Lower down, fire up, and we are drilling rye. Happy days. Now, as I say, with the grapes and that, we have to wait because the shop does not open until 9 AM, and we do need to lease a bit of kit. Now, unfortunately, we do have to lease two different harvesters, which is a bit of a faff. There is a smaller version for the red grapes that we can opt for, but I don't know necessarily if that's what I'd like to do. Yeah, I just don't know. If there's an opportunity to use a new harvester, that would be brilliant. Oh, invisible collision. There we are. Yeah, this is a really nice sized field. I'm very pleased with how much we actually got for sugar beets off this field, which makes me feel like either we can do sugar beets again, or I think the better option might even be the field to my right there, which has the the soybeans. Yes, not the soybeans. The sorghum and the soybeans hybrid, really popular nowadays. No. We are going to focus on grain for the pigs and for productions, but the sugar beets, well, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to wait and see what comes of it. I'm very pleased that I made a move for this tractor. It's incredible. Yeah, it's really amazing. We could have used the T7 with this drill, but yeah, this is just the better option, really. Nice, there we go. So this shouldn't take all that long. I might do... I don't know. I might do another headland, or I might go up and down that far side, because that is really the best side. The longest side would be the best side to start on. But I think I'll go down this way to that corner, and then we'll go up and down the field, and we'll have rye drilled in before you know it. And here we go with the final pass of the rye. We're going to get it in one. We are not. Bloody hell. That's alright. One small area. And look at the time. Absolutely perfect. 9 AM. The shop is open. we can go down there and lease our grape harvesting kit, which is going to be... Oh, can we afford it? Hang on a minute, I've just thought, I don't think we have the money for it. That is problematic. Very, very problematic. Should look into that. So, this is the one we need for the white grapes. Let's open it up, and... Okay, no, that's fine. We can... Yeah, we can. We're fine. Barely, but we're fine. Right, I'm going to get the T7 hooked up to the roller. I'll start that as a course course, and then we'll see you at the shop, and we'll lease out some grape harvesting kit. Right, well, as you can see, we are here in the field rolling now. Well, I'm not rolling, the helper is. It was a bit funny when I started this. It said that the roller was 8.5 meters, but I went to check in here and it says the roller is 6.6 meters. It's very strange, but it actually is 8.5, so I don't know, that must just be an error in the XML for the modder mistake or something, I don't know. Either way, this is coming along fine. I'm not too worried about any missed bits because the helper's getting it done. Now, let's head over here. Anything in the sales? We do have a drill. I think that's the drill. No, that's a smaller version of what we own. This one we do not need. Neither do we need that. Very nice kit, all of it, but we do not need. Right, we'll go up to Grape Tech again. So as I said before, the only one we can use for white grapes is this one. Even if we go to Grape Tech down here, we can only still use the trailed harvester, this one, for red grapes. Unfortunately, that's fine. We may use this, whereas I've lost it again. Might use this this time around, but I think we'll probably still use a self-propelled. I don't know, even for a bit more money, it's not a big deal. I think this will be the cheapest option. Actually, we could opt for this one, because it is different to what we've used already this series. I have used this one once before, but it would be nice to use it in this series so we can say that we've used all the bloody harvesters. Anyways, this is for white grapes, right? Correct one, white, yep, good. We'll start with this. Might as well customize it how we like it, if we're going to lease it out. But that's literally all we can do. So, lease for 12,342. The price we get from the wine, though, will be very, very good. There we are. Right, we'll put on our beacon, and then we'll make our way to our white grape vineyard. Alright, we're just arriving back now to the farm, and the helper seems to be getting on alright there with the rolling. Might have to touch up a few bits, but really it's not that big of a deal. I don't mind it being done by the helper exclusively, it's fine. Right, let's have a look now at our grapes. They look fantastic. It does say yield bonus of only 72%. I must have missed something. I don't think I weeded them. There's loads of weeds in between. I don't know. I feel like this is better than we had it. Blimey, what have I completely... Right, I only went up and down the actual rows itself. Yeah, I don't know what I did there wrong, but clearly something. Nevertheless, it doesn't really matter because now we are going to harvest. And as I've said before, this is the final time that we're going to be doing grapes on this series. Now, let's try it in the first person. I think it always does work better in first person, as long as you're lined up right. What the bloody hell's going on? Yeah, this sign here is incredibly poorly placed. This is one of the worst placements of all respect to the modder itself, but this sign has to be one of the worst placed signs in the world. That has a collision on it. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's just terribly placed. Anyways, why is it there? Who's put that? I know who's put that there, but why have they done it? Just to cause a faff. I can't even get lined up right. Bloody hell. Do you see what I mean? What a faff all this grape work is for a bit of wine. Just pop down the shop yourself. Try and make your own bloody wine. There we go. We are now harvesting our white grapes. Fantastic. So yes, this, as I said and tried to explain there moments ago, this will be the final grape harvest for the series. We are going to turn this field into, or this vineyard rather, into white wine and the other one into red wine. We'll sell the lot. We'll get loads of cash from it. Absolutely. These vineyards are better cared for. Even though they look like rubbish, they're better cared for than when we first had them. Even though we put a bit of work into it before, I think this is probably the best we've had them. So, yeah, should be alright. I mean, we're nearly 500 litres off the first bloody row. So, I think we're alright. I think we're onto something. Look at that. 505 in the first row. Happy days. Now, I know this is a slow process. It really is. The all grape work is relatively slow. I know a few... one of my main viewers, has been with me for a long time, David Van Mol, he always jokes about how rubbish grapes are, and I understand why. I do love that they are included in the newest edition of Farming Sim. Well, new as of a few years ago now. But yeah, it is a nice change to have something a bit different. But what a faff. Oh right, it's not properly lined. So I know there's a mod for real cameras. I wonder if they would work with these harvesters. I haven't really looked into that mod. If anyone has, please do share your feedback, because I reckon that this camera working would be an absolute game changer, especially for immersion playing, first person and all, with the grapes. Anyways, we are just over 25% of the hopper. The helper is cracking on. They've got a good chunk of the field done and dealt with. What can we do after? I think it's just grape work. That's really it. After we get the rolling done there, the helper does the rolling, all we have left to do is harvest grapes in September. Now that the rye has been drilled and rolled and fully fertilized, now we just have to wait until spring to harvest it. Right, lined up again. Now, I don't know exactly, I can't remember exactly how long this harvest tends to take, and there will be some faffing, there will be some getting stuck up on the vines, there will be all of that. Oh, who's stuck now? Speaking of getting blocked. What are you doing over there, mate? How the bloody hell do you intend... Why? How? Let's watch, let's see what happens. Oh, he's made it. Bloody hell. Oh, right, well that's fun. Anyways, I've just noticed as well, rain is in the forecast. When's it going to rain? Let's try and check quickly as we drive. It says 1 PM rain, so we've got 3 hours from now. I don't know if you can harvest in the rain or not. I imagine we'll find out, I suppose. Anyways, enough rambling from me, let's crack on with this harvest. Right, well here we go with another nearly full hopper of white grapes. I reckon this might fill the trailer before we empty the hopper. Oh wow, that has to be so close if that's the case. I don't think, I'm just going to try very cheekily to see if I can get a helper on? I know we can't, can we? No, it just goes to that menu, doesn't it? Yeah, it was worth a try. But yes, what I'm going to do is just very quickly get these last 4 rows done off camera, and then we'll take, because we do have the other vineyard to do as well, and since we'll be using a new harvester, I might toss that into a time-lapse as well. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is a slightly smaller field. Well, vineyard, sorry. So that's good. That bodes well as far as time goes. So yeah, I've got, as you can see now, just over 3 rows left. I'll quickly get these done, and then we'll take those white grapes over to the production. Get some wine made. Alright, here we are at the winery, where we're going to unload our white grapes straight in. So do that. Oh, that's very near. There we go. That's fine. Brilliant. And oh, we might as well move this out of the way. I was going to say we'll go get the other tractor with the trailer, but we need this out the way before we can. I think now actually we'll just return this, so as not to rush or risk rather any sort of extra fees. I'll take this over first. Yeah, it was nearly full, 97%. So I think we had what, 1,600 litres in the harvester, and then another, what is this, 6,000, so not bad. I can't remember, I'd have to reference back to a previous episode how much we had from the first harvest, but I would like to actually do that and compare between the two, because I feel as though this is a better harvest. I could be wrong, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because it's done now. So just get that loaded in. Beautiful. Here, let's have a quick look at the production itself. Brilliant. So that should change to... Oh no, that's done. Beautiful. So 7,500 litres of white grapes. We've still got lots of this excess, like the waste. So I don't know what to do with that, but I'd like to do something with it before we sell the production. But we've got white grapes in, and... See, it's the crazy thing to me. How can we get more unless we put our own vineyards? Because we can't change the vineyards out here from red to white, for example. I don't understand. Anyways, I'm not going to faff with barrels yet, just because we might as well wait until we have the other grapes done as well. Then we can get the full amount that we need for barrels, and then we can crack on from there. So this is done. I'm just going to tuck this away, because we won't need this until the red grapes have been harvested. By a different harvester, of course. So we will go into here, go to Grape Tech. The white grape harvester can be returned. Now I know it seems a bit of a waste, but it's really not. It's all for the best. And actually now we can even consider selling this for £202,000. So the nice thing is that it was all part of this farmyard. It's all very much so part of the pigs and this field and all that. But it's just not. It's just not for us, and I don't see any point of keeping it and demolishing it and adding it to the field, because it's worth so much indeed. So yeah, I think I will just do that now as well. Sell, and oh, we can't sell it because there are objects placed on it. Okay, well, we'll sort that out later on then. In the meantime, we'll get sorted to get the red grape harvest started. Alright, here we are in the Grape Tech harvester category. Now, as I said before, I'll probably go for this one here, the Aero grape liner, because we have used it. This is the same as that, so they'd be exactly the same. This one we did try last time, the Oxbow, which was interesting. It does say 215, but that's the Harvester Edition adds on 245. This one's 242. They are literally all the same prices, 245, 242, and then for the same size it is 243. So it's only £3,000 more if we were to, so 12.2 compared to 12.3, so might as well do it with that. We don't have to worry about the engine size. I'm not gonna do that. Get some nice, there you go, nice wheels on there. Everything else is fine, and we'll lease it out for $12,393, and there it is. So I have used this one before, just in a different series. I used this, I think I also leased it out on my Frühling series when we tried grapes on there as well. So, right, we'll just get this all fired up, and we'll see you in the red grape vineyard. Right, here we are. So, we'll get lined up. I suppose this isn't really the first row, is it? It is up here. There are some small ones, but we might as well just give this one here a go. We'll start with this one. So, first thing we need to do is open it up or unfold it. Now it should, oh, it doesn't have the self-leveling like the New Holland does, unfortunately. But that should not be too much of an issue on this. Maybe it will be an issue. Perhaps we should have gone for the New Holland. But no, it's working. Absolutely fine. We're getting grapes in, which is what we need to do. So that is really good. I do quite like this one, as long as it doesn't have an issue with a lack of self-level. Oh no, it is self-leveling. It just doesn't, you don't notice it as much. Wow, that's brilliant. That's some really cool tech, that. Well, right, we'll get this done, and now I'm very excited to see how much we actually get from this harvest. Again, to compare would be lovely compared to the first red grape, but we did do multiple vineyards with that. I thought at the time, well, since we're leasing the kit anyways, we might as well use it proper. Now let's try in first person to see. Now this one does line up with the middle, which does make first person a little bit better. Yeah, much better actually. Wicked. Now as long as we don't have any issues with harvesting in the rain, because we do have the rain approaching, I think about 1. So if we can get this all done before then, that would be best case scenario, of course. But there is a chance that it's going to start raining before we're done, so I'm really hoping that it does not affect. I can't see how it would. Whereas you're threshing grain, for example, you can't thresh in the rain because it's literally wet. But grapes, I can't see there being an issue. Kind of similarly how you can harvest root crops. Well, I mean, very different, but same concept at least. Right, well, I will mumble no more. We will crack on with this, because before the end of the episode, we also want to sort out what we need for barrels, so that we get that wine production underway. Right, here we are unloading the second hopper for this harvest. There's another thing I like about this harvester is that it unloads from the side, which is quite good. And the way that it unloads into here is actually really nice. The self-leveling, the size of it, it's a bit more, I find, at least I think it's a bit more narrow, which does make it a bit more maneuverable in that when dealing with vineyards, especially ones like this, because they are very, very close together. And look how well the turning radius is. Very nice indeed. I think if it was between all of them, this would be the one I would opt to buy if we were carrying on with any sort of grape harvest. Another nice thing is that it does allow you can increase the actual gearbox as well. So if you're doing some really crazy hills, like the big vineyard to behind us here, just that one there, is very steep. So I feel like having the upgraded engine would make a big difference. Not only that, but you can get it up to a 40 kph gearbox, which I mean, that's rapid for a harvester especially. So, not working speed increasing, but just the travel speed, which is nice in its own right. Anyways, what we're going to do is, as you can see, there are 3 rows remaining, not even 3 full ones, so this shouldn't take very long at all. A matter of minutes, maybe 1 or 2. I will do it off camera, and the next time we see you will be at the shop, because we have to buy some barrels, so we can finally get our final wine production session underway. Right, so, as expected, that was very, very quick, so I thought I would just get a final count on all the grapes before we do return the kit as well. So let's see here, productions, there we are. So once that's all done going in, we are at 6,952 litres of grapes. Well, the red grapes, and 7,514 for the white. So we'll get that sorted. I do have to do my calculations on how much we need for barrels, because I don't want to overbuy, of course. But in the meantime, yeah, we'll return this. Great bit of kit, look at that. Yeah, it's nice. Very dirty, though. We will return it dirty, unfortunately. Anyways, we'll get this returned, and we'll see you at the shop. Alright, here we are at the shop, and we do have a few things that we need to sell. As you can see, we have one of the pre-pruners right in front, but we also have a few things on the trailer behind. So as you can see, we have the Bossini, finally, which I've been meaning to sell for some time, we just don't need it. And then the grape trailer as well. I should have really sold that pre-pruner ages ago, but now is better than never. So, first thing, we'll get it repainted, get it repaired, get it sold for, wow, 14,000, blimey. That's pretty good. The dumper, this has been a great trailer, but again, just can't really use it, we don't need it. So we'll sell it as well. As for everything else, oh, we need to get the grape trailer in a bit further. There we are. And, hello. Why is that not selling? Oh, maybe because it was strapped down. Nope. Try that and see. Right, let me sort this out. Right, well, it's in here as close as it can be. And still nothing. That is very frustrating. So yeah, I have to sell it from here. Oh well, that's too bad. These things are out in the wild somewhere over at the farm. We'll get them sorted as well and sold. But now we need to look at barrels. And we are approximately needing... what was it? 10,000. Someone also mentioned, as I was buying these, if I buy them... Oh no, it must have been fixed. Maybe it was bottles. Yes, it was bottles. If you buy bottles, the price is increased in the wrong way, I think. It's like, because it should be 200 plus... Yeah, that's a rip-off. 200 plus 500, yeah. So we need to buy those one at a time, but these we can buy... Yeah, proper amount. Okay, so we do need 10 of them. So we'll start with the 8. So 8, there we go, 8,000. I don't... can't... Maybe let's stick with 8,000. That might be enough, actually. I don't know for certain. I have to check the production. Have we got any barrels at all? We haven't. So, but there is some of that in. Right, well, we'll start with these. We'll load these up onto the trailer at least. Bottles we don't have to worry about for some time. We do need to focus on the barrels first. But we should be able to do groups of 2 here. We will try. Let's see. Can we do groups of 4? Oh my. That is impressive. That is impressive. That's very impressive for an electric forklift as well. Very impressive. I feel like the electric kit often gets kind of shunned, if you will, for being electric. I think that's why mostly. Whether it's good or not, people are too quick to dismiss based solely on that fact. But, blimey, strongman impression here. Look at that. Well done, Jung Heinrich. Right, get these on there. I wonder if it would make sense to get another, maybe one. Just in case, eh? Go on, there's room for one more. What's another £500 anyways? Since we're here. Just the one. I'm not quite. I was going to buy 10,000 of them had they been 2,000 litres each, but the fact that they're only 1,000 makes me feel like 9 should be ample for what we have. Oh. Right, so that's... And there we go. Stupid mouse keeps disconnecting sometimes. Right, there we are, all ready to head back to the farm with our barrels for wine. And as I say, this is the last time that we'll be doing any sort of wine production on this map, but we are going to be replacing it with other productions. Fret not. Now we'll take our 9,000 litres of empty barrels to the cellar and get some wine started. Alright, here we are at the winery. Now where did the barrels go again? They should start disappearing. There we are. Right, not quite at the cellar, but more at the actual winery itself. There we go, 3 to go. Unstrapped. 1 little barrel remaining. And done. Fantastic. So we get this parked up, and I think we can start production now. Let's have a look. Down to productions, red wine, we've got loads of barrels. Oh, 10,000 is the max anyway, so look at that. Activate and activate. Amazing. Look at how quickly it's going as well. So once it goes into barrels, then we take the barrels from over there, and we bring them to the cellar over there with some bottles, and then they come over here. And that's how we'll get some more wine. The process is begun. Now, the other thing we need to do is sell our land. So we do have this one. Oh, that's weird. So why is it cultivated? How has it done that? And this one hasn't. Very strange. Well, I'm going to sell this. So, nice. Why is this one so much more difficult to sell? Is it because I have a bit of kit on the land? I don't think that can be it. I will move this, though, and see if that works. Alright, here we are again. Now the water tanker is gone. Let's try and sell this land. So what objects are on it? Because I can probably go in and get it changed myself, but I'll worry about that later on. We might as well consider adding £200,000 to the bank account, though, because we will be sitting at around £400,000. So we've got a nice big chunk of money now to put towards possibly some different fields. Maybe one of these two. Really depends. There is something ready there. More sugar beet. Oh, but cotton. No, thank you. We do not need any cotton. Anyways, we'll sort this out. But let's just head over to here, because this is where the production, as you can actually see, is underway. Going very quickly. We are producing, or processing rather, the grapes rapidly. And getting loads of scarto di produzione uva, so we need to sort that out as well and get that sorted for some sort of something or other. I don't know what it would be used for. Anyways, that is all from me for today. We are going to be ending this episode here in September, as you can see, of course, and we will be in October in the next month, which will be Harvest Day. Probably most of everything. We'll have the sunflowers ready, we'll have the corn ready. Oh, it'll be a very busy October indeed. Right, well that does do it for the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, cheeky thumbs up, it really does help out the channel, and please subscribe. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.